Perfectly Still, Richard Bassman.
When I was a teenager, I had a passion for baseball. I would play baseball in the streets. I would shag fly balls. I would anxiously wait for my dad to come home so we could have a catch in the backyard. One day my dad comes home and he goes, "How'd you like to go play golf?" Golf? Dad, golf is a game for old men who can't play baseball anymore. What is the challenge in hitting a golf ball that's sitting there perfectly still? Dad, I can hit a baseball being thrown at me at 85 miles an hour. How hard can it be to hit a ball just sitting there? And not only is it perfectly still, I'm not allowed to talk, move, or hit my opponent when he swings at the ball. Honorable Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and friends, would you expect a different response from an arrogant, know-it-all teenager? When I was a teenager, if I designed the game of golf, you'd have to hit that ball while on the run before being tackled. However, one afternoon, I decided to take my dad up on his offer because he told me it was a way to meet girls. That afternoon on the golf course changed my opinion of golf. I realized how challenging it was to hit a ball that was perfectly still. My inability to hit that ball grew into frustration, and I was only on the second hole. But that afternoon on the golf course, I also learned a very valuable lesson about life. And that was, don't pretend you know about something you have not studied or experienced. I was a teenager. I thought I knew about golf. I had watched it on TV. Once. I saw the way the guys would put the ball down, they'd take a club and swing and hit that ball, and it would bounce right down the middle of the fairway. On that first hole with my dad, I was going to apply what I thought I knew. I put the ball down, I grabbed the club, and I took a swing. There was the ball sitting there. My dad told me I lifted my head. I got to keep my head down. Okay, head down, head down. I took another swing. This time, the club hit the dirt behind the ball. There was this shower of grass, dirt, and dust that resembled the eruption of Mount St. Helens. It was amazing. The force that club could move so much dirt and yet leave the ball. My dad told me I had to keep my left arm straight. Okay, head down, left arm straight. Head down, left arm straight. I swung again. This time, I actually hit the ball. There was a sweet sound of the ball hitting the face of the club. Ding! Followed by a not so sweet sound, thunk, as the ball hit a tree. My dad said he saw it, hit the dogwood tree, ricocheted into the woods. Oh, by the way, be careful of the poison ivy. By the time I got to the ninth hole, my routine was going something like this. Head down, left arm straight, hands together, knees bent, feet forward, lean, bounce, put the clubs loose. Dad, how am I supposed to remember all this and still hit the ball? Dad looked at me and said, "Would you rather I throw the ball at you?" By the time I got to the 10th hole, I actually got the ball up in the air. It went up high, it started going right, and kept going right. My dad, at the top of his lungs, yells, "4!" And I, "Geez, Dad, why did you do that?" "Oh, this is embarrassing." I didn't understand. I felt like he was saying, "Hey, everybody, get a load of that shot!" Yelling 4 made as much sense to me as being in a baseball game, getting called out on strikes, and then turning around to the grandstands and saying, "Hey, everybody, I screwed up!" I didn't understand that 4 was a common warning signal on the golf course. I never saw that on TV. On TV, they're always whispering and holding up those quiet signs. Never pretend you know about something you have not studied or experienced. After playing 13 holes, I had a lot of experience of finding my ball in the woods. I decided what I would do is that I would try and experiment with my clubs and see what I could do with my different clubs. On the 14th hole, I wanted not to go into the woods. I wanted to hit the ball straight down the fairway. I needed a club that would take the ball straight down the fairway. So I grabbed my putter. On the remaining holes, I wanted to experience my other clubs. And I found that with the 9-iron, I could hit the ball up high and just a little ways into the woods. But with that 4-iron, I could drive the ball low and really deep. I actually enjoyed that afternoon of golf with my dad, and I learned how challenging it can be to hit a ball that is sitting there perfectly still. But golf can also be extremely satisfying. There is nothing more satisfying than being able to hit that little white ball 200 yards and still find it in the woods. I learned not to pretend I knew about something that I had never studied or experienced. I learned to use my golf club, not my hand, to get the ball out of the poison ivy. I learned my dad could still teach me something, and I learned to love the challenge of golf. And in those years of golf since that afternoon, I have also learned I have enough experience in the woods to get a job as a forest ranger.